Gene Simmons.
Hi, everybody.
I'm not going to go up there. The reason this place isn't full is everybody's lined up and they don't want to lose their place in line. But they'll hear us talking here and they'll come over and have a good time. How you doing?
Good.
We're above ground, so we're doing pretty good, huh? Yeah. I'm sorry to bother you. That's the little one that gave me the finger yesterday. You're the old man with the long tongue. So, this kind of stuff is good for me because when I was a little kid and I had dreams, I couldn't, touch and talk to anybody who's climbed the mountain and gone to the top and stuff like that. So I do lots of corporate events and speaking engagements and stuff like that because I want to change all that. And the idea being that I wasn't born, me and anybody of note of any kind anywhere. Oh, that's nice. Nice hair too. You can buy these, by the way. You just throw them on your head or on your back. You should see my back here. That's something. But in all seriousness, when I was growing up, I couldn't talk to the Pope or presidents or rock stars because they were just up there. That was the old days. So we wanted to change all that. We want to have direct conversations with everybody, feel, touch, talk, communicate. The idea being that none of us were born doing what we do. Presidents have to work for it, popes have to work for it, rock stars have to work for it, everybody has to work for it. And there's no reason why you can't be more successful too. I know you didn't come to a comic book convention to hear this stuff, but you need to hear this every day. You need to hear this every day. Because when you say something like, oh, I can't do that, your ears are actually hearing the words you're saying. Don't do that. Don't be negative to yourself. Don't look in the mirror and say, I'm not terrible. Don't say that. You're hearing yourself say that. There are enough people who are going to pick on you for free. Don't help them. Just look at them and go, yeah. And self-empowerment is the most important thing in the world. I'm an only child of a concentration camp survivor of Nazi Germany. My mother, who's still alive.
Awesome.
Yeah?
Yes!
She's great. She tortures everybody. Continues to. She'll go to a restaurant. Oh, Mrs. Joel, very much. Would you like to sit over here? Okay. She's 92 now. Okay, she'll sit in the middle. By the way, an hour and a half after that, you'll find the maitre d' hanging because that's fast forward. What we don't see is when she sits there and the guy goes back to work, she'll raise her hand. And he come up, yes. It's too noisy here. Can I go over there? Okay, sure. We go over there. Then a half hour later, what's the matter? It's too quiet here. It's too windy over here. It's too bright over there. There's not enough air over here. And by that time, he goes to a department store and buys a plaque with his name on it and some ropes he fucking hangs on. It's my mom. She's great. We went to a restaurant called Tao, T-A-O, in New York, very high end and all that. And the matron, and we're in the middle. There's 1,000 people and everybody can look and all that, and I'm proud of my mom. So the maitre d' comes out and he comes over and he says, I grew up with your band and all that stuff. Anything you want. And his cooking helpers are there and they're taking notes. What would you like? We'll make anything for you. And I don't eat crabs and a lot of things that look like cockroaches. So I just like American meat and potatoes kind of stuff.
Bingo.
You and I.
That's it.
Give me some mashed potatoes and I'll blow you in front of your children. Again. So, and I don't ingest mashed potatoes just orally either. Some of us are bright and got that right away. And so the maitre d' says, the chef says, I'm the chief chef, I do this all the time. What would you like for dinner? And she goes, I want meatloaf and mashed potatoes. He goes, okay, we don't do meatloaf and mashed potatoes, but for you, give me 15 minutes and I'll fix it. So the the master chef, and they all run off to the kitchen. And as soon as he's gone, my mother reaches down under the table and takes out Wonder Bread with egg salad, and then unwraps it and starts eating. I'm going, Mom, you know, this guy went to culinary school, and of course she doesn't know what that means. It's gonna make you some meatloaf. She goes, I was hungry. And before I left the restaurant, she put an apple and some candy in my pocket. You might get hungry. Am I making this up?
No.
So your mother too?
Absolutely, I do it myself.
Oh, you do it yourself? But I want to get to the main point. The reason I'm down here instead of up there is that people in certain positions, especially people who get paid, think they're all that. And truthfully, I revel in the journey, like how I got here, how I can decide for myself what to do, where to go, and all that. And truthfully, you can make more money and become more powerful. It really is. It's about mindset. Really. Really. Last year or year before that, I wrote a book called Me Inc., Me Incorporated. I got another one coming out in a few months called On Power. See, you like that? A little pregnant pause so you can get the weight of that. On Power. There are economists and futurists who have made the astonishing claim, founded on financial models, that everyone in the world, all human beings in the world, can be hypothetically rich. I stop there just so you can get that. That everybody, right now there's a lot of famine and poor kids are going to sleep hungry, some can't eat, and we're all doing that, and the rich are very rich without taking anything away from the rich. If the financial models are changed, everybody, relatively speaking, can become rich, certainly far richer than you are. So let's play a game, okay? We'll talk about comic books out there, and I guarantee you I know more than you do. Don Heck started drawing Spider-Man only after Jack Kirby and Dick Ayers inked it, the Gray Hulk and the thing like, I'll tell you all that stuff. So, listen carefully. So how many days, oh, he's got Me Incorporated, look at that. It's worth taking a look. Not because I wrote it, but I tried to do it in a language that's really easy to understand. And I'll tell you something about it. And when you're sitting on the potty, see there's even like a Bible string over here? So you don't have to fold the pages. You can just put it in there so you'll remember. So you can read snippets of it. It's kind of like the cheat sheet when you were in school. What were they called? Not the barons, but the...
Cliff notes.
Cliff notes. Who's Cliff?
Thank you, sir.
So check this out. How many days are there in our given year?
365.
365, sometimes 366 because of the leap year every 4 years, but 365. And do you work year round?
Yes.
Do you work year round?
Yes, sir, we do.
Really?
Yes, sir. Military.
Military, God bless you. We honor you, we appreciate you. Military is different. They are 24 hours a day. Something happens 2 in the morning, gotta be there. The rest of you? So there are 365 days out of the year. Now we've got 2 weeks off, sometimes 3 for vacation, right?
Nope.
No?
Don't take a vacation.
Okay. I'm just trying to make the point. So if you're lucky and blessed to have a job, and you are blessed because not everybody has jobs, you're working every week except for 2 or 3 weeks out of the year. So now you subtract 14 days or 26 days, whatever the number is, where you're doing nothing. 26 days, by the way, 7 times 3 is 20, yeah, that's about right. About 25, 26 days, that's a month where you're doing nothing but spending money, because vacations cost you money. And you're not gonna be spending the money for yourself alone, you're gonna take somebody with you, times 2. Maybe times 3 or 4 if you have kids that you know of. So, you work a week, that's 7 days, but you don't, because 2 days out of the week you're not working at all, you're spending money. When you're working, you're making money. As soon as you stand still, it costs money. So 2 days out of the week, you're not spending it. Times 52, that's 104 days where you're spending money. 104. Now let's add Christmas. Let's add Easter. I forgot to tie my shoelaces day, pregnancy leave, sick leave, on President's Day, Wizard World Day. By the time you're done, literally more days are spent wasting money, in other words, doing nothing and not making money, than actually making money. It gets worse. We have on the average 75 years of life or thereabouts, but really a third of our lives we're comatose. We're not even aware we're alive. 24 hours a day, you sleep. How many hours do you sleep? Well, you're military, you don't sleep.
We try for 8. It's a good day.
8 days out of 24. Well, 8 days is a full day. That's like a work day. 8 hours a day times, well, that's, most people work 8 hours a day, 8, 9 hours. So 8 times 7 is a full week. So full third of your life you're not working. From the time you're a baby until the time you're 18 or thereabouts, somebody else is chewing your food and wiping your ass. And then when you get too old, pick your age, you stop working. So you have a minuscule amount of time where you can earn money and play the chess pieces. And you're comatose some of the time, you take vacations and all that, a lot of wasted time. So I don't like vacations. I work all the time. I arrived here yesterday or the day before from London, where Kiss was doing a tour. Landed, went to work. Today, I'm going to be flying to Toronto to do a keynote speech at the Technion Institute in Toronto. Right after that, I do something else. We have a film company, a restaurant chain called Rock and Brews all over the place. Real estate investments, starting a family office in New York. You don't have enough time for all this stuff. Because when you're running the race of life, if you're running a race and you're coming to the end of the race, you want to speed up, not slow down, right? Doesn't that make sense? Yeah. So I'm closer to death. I'll stop you there. That'll wake you up. I'm closer to not being here than when I was when I started. So I'm speeding up. I'm doing more work every day. I don't waste time seeing I Love Lucy reruns because I've seen them all. But Twilight Zone I'll stay in for. So what I do every day is work my butt off. And I'm going to show you in a very short time how you can change your life and make more money. Okay? So randomly, we're going to pass the microphone around. I do this all the time. When the new book comes out on power, borrow it, beg it, talk about it. It's important to talk about that instead of the ball game or what the new fashions are. That's not going to make any money. Okay, so who wants to take the mic? I'll ask you a question. Okay, stand up. Okay, tell me what your name is, what you do, and all that.
Okay. My name is Alex Gross. I'm a photographer, and I also volunteer at a firehouse.
Great, and you're a good-looking son of a bitch too. Don't sit. Yeah, you take the power away. So when you stand, it forces people to pay attention, right? Okay, I'm going to walk up to you and say hello, like we never met. Okay?
Got it.
This is an affectation. I wear these all the time because the sun never sets on planet cool. We're just meeting. Oh, hello.
How you doing?
That's a mistake. Here's what you did with your eyes. Ready? How you doing? Yeah, you took the power. I got the power there. Watch what I do. Hello.
How you doing?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you
I
too.
get into your space and I look you right in the eyes. Because when you go for a job resume or you meet a girl or anything else, you're not being judged by, hey, you got wrinkles on your t-shirt and everything. Ultimately, invariably, another big words they're going to be judging your punim in your eyes. The most powerful weapon we have to seduce women, to get jobs. Girls, am I lying? When I got, look, she's going, that's right. I want that bastard to look me right in the eyes and tell me the truth. Is that right? The truth especially. So as soon as a guy does this, he's got something, yeah, there's nothing going on. So I'm telling you, it's not a secret, it's known. In fact, the female of the species keeps telling us that, and we're not listening. Don't the girls all say, just look me right in the eyes, don't look away. So I'm telling you, it works the same way. If I'm gonna kick your ass, or try to, I'm gonna look you right in your face and I'm gonna get right in your space. If I want a job, I'm gonna look you right in the face, say, hello, I'm G, and get right in there. You're gonna be judged not by your resume. They're gonna take the resume, stick it on the table, and you're gonna have to sell yourself to her, and to her, and to her. Life is selling. You're the product. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay, so, APSA?
Absolutely.
These are semantics, but I'm not anti-semantic. See what I did there?
I see.
Okay, so you're photographing. Do you make money in it?
Absolutely, yes I do.
Good, bad,
Very good.
very good. What's the name of your photography company?
Just, I trade under my own name, Alex Gross.
Oops.
I also run DelawareValleyNews.com.
Excuse me?
I also run DelawareValleyNews.com.
Okay, that's a separate business. That should be non-cross collateralized. See, I'm using big words. So the name of your photography company is?
Alex Gross.
Don't do that, because then you have a financial and or legal exposure. Even if you call it, Jerry Schmedelhead LLC or INC or something, you want to have a corporate veil. That means you took a photo, somebody's slip was showing, your husband got angry, she sues you personally, because that's the name of your company. But if your name of your company, even if you use your name, but if it's an LLC, Limited Liability Corporation, which tells you what it is, you're actually working for yourself as a company, so only the company, which has zero assets, it doesn't have any money in it, can get sued, because you can be many different things. You can be a person and a corporate entity. So your photography company is called, what's your name again?
Alex Gross.
LLC,
LLC.
Limited Liability Corporation.
What now does?
When you do that, don't you have to file a separate tax return for that?
Sometimes.
Okay, I would think that you would file, we get 1099s and everything, so they would make it payable to my name LLC.
But by being a separate individual and a corporate entity, the corporate entity, you can write off all kinds of things that you personally can't write off.
Okay, that's interesting.
Isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And when you save a penny, you remember there was a guy with spectacles who created the lightning rod. He said a penny saved is a penny earned, of course, because he's not Jewish. That's frugal. If he was Jewish, he's a cheap bastard. It's true. But the penny saved is a penny earned is actually not, or certainly no longer true, because that was said at a time before we had taxes. Then income tax and everything. So a penny saved is 2 pennies earned at the highest tax level. Any dollar you don't spend, see, if I spend $1, I'm gonna have to go and earn money. But as soon as I earn money, I have the government as my partner, so I gotta pay them tax. Which means in order to get, see, they're coming, I told you, look. So as soon as if I spend $1, I'm gonna have to make $2 to make that dollar back, because the government's gonna take 1. That's at the highest tax rate, 50%. Hello.
Hi,
Looking for a seat or just
He
flirting?
took mine. He took mine.
He's in your seat.
I'm always flirting with you.
Always flirting with you. Because I looked her in the eye. And then after that you can, So you need your photography company. It's a simple piece of paper. And you can deduct all kinds of things as a business that you can't for yourself. Where are your offices for, give me your name again?
Alex. Alex Gross LLC.
Good. Talk to a lawyer, it doesn't, a few $100. Where are your offices?
Penn Salem, Pennsylvania.
Don't do that.
New York City, Philadelphia,
Don't do any of that.
Delaware.
No, I don't mean that. What I mean is there's a legal, it's not even a loophole. The government wants you to do that. See, the government doesn't want as many cars on the highways because it costs them public money to uphold the traffic jams that goes on. They want you to work from home. So they want you to set up your offices at home, and they'll let you deduct all the square footage from your home from taxes, gross, pre-tax money from your taxes. So you'll be paying yourself pre-tax dollars. Penny saved is 2 pennies earned by working at home and saving travel time and gas money and all that. So your photography company, which is now protecting you from certain liabilities unless you break the law or kill somebody, then they can't get at your assets. And if they go to the assets, in other words, the money of your photography company, they'll find that it's been zeroed out because the photography company, you pay yourself a salary. So you zero out the corporation. That's all legal. That's the way the government wants to do it. Then out of that, you pay personal income tax, not corporate. You can apply all the corporate stuff, deduct it before you pay.
Isn't it better to incorporate in Delaware?
Yes, there are certain states where you have advantages. The most populated states and the richest states have a large welfare system and food stamps, blah, 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 so they have to support that. In Las Vegas, you pay 10% less taxes. Delaware is very good because there are 12 people in Delaware, so it's not
Okay.
Delaware is very good too.
I do work out of my house, so I got that right.
Do you deduct the square footage from your home from your taxes?
Absolutely.
Good, you're doing the right thing. The less time you spend in your car traveling, because you've got an 8-hour workday, many people spend an hour or more going there, and then an hour or 2 coming back. Boy, that's a lot of wasted time. Plus traffic, plus the accidents, because you will get into an accident. You have, so you gotta be more than careful. Do you have a car?
I have 2.
2.
Absolutely. If one breaks down, I don't want to be stuck with a rental. I'll take another, plus I keep mileage off the other one.
You own both.
Absolutely.
They're leases or they're
Own them outright.
lease them. Why? Because you can deduct the cost of the lease as a business expense.
Yeah, but I put tons of miles, tons of radio, tons of equipment on the car, and at that point, I'm going to be damaging another person's or company's vehicle. I'd rather do that to my own, because I'm going to drive it into the ground anyway.
Okay, well, it's interesting about leases is when a company, all the cars you see on the road that are companies that are leased, they take the lease, they deduct all kinds of monies from the lease, and then they just get a new car. The company takes it back and they continue paying a monthly. When you get a car loan, see, a lease is a little bit of money put on the table and you can deduct taxes. When you buy a car, let's say the car costs $100 to buy, you're going to put 10-20% down. But by the time you finish paying off all that car, you're paying 3 to 5 times as much
Okay, I understand.
of after-tax money. Car costs $10,000. By the time you're finished paying it off, it'll be $30,000 to $50,000. But you'll have to earn 60 to 100. No?
No, I bought it at 0% financing, so I used their money.
You must be Jewish.
Absolutely.
Very smart. And she got all that. So what I'm saying is when there are, and downsizing is good. You don't have to be a genius. When Carl Icahn and other, thank you, sir.
My pleasure, sir.
Incorporate, get your business away from you personally. Get your personal liability and personal money-making abilities. And whatever you do, just call it LLC or INC or different corporate entities. Work out of your home, save the traffic and all that. If somebody's going to sue you, can't sue me. I just work for the company. The company is you, but it's a name. Yeah, that'll protect you. You will all get sued. Has anybody here never been sued? That's one. Just keep your hand on. Yeah, keep looking at your watch. The most litigious country on earth It's right here. I can say something to that beautiful woman over there, and if I don't say it in the way that she likes it, she will sue me for every penny I've got. Right? You want me to prove it? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah. No, as soon as I had the one, then publicly, she says, I've slandered her, I defamed her, there's all kinds of legal exposure. So it's better to have a corporate entity. The corporate entity sends the bills to whoever. You get paid for taking photos. You should, as well you should. That company takes the money in. It's actually just you under a company name. The company deducts business expenses. You gotta take a car or a bus or eat. Well, you deduct all those business expenses, corporate, then you pay yourself the remainder. And then your personal income tax is much, much lower. But the idea is to do a corporate entity so you don't get sued anywhere near as much as you normally would. Have you been married?
Never married.
Well, financially, it's a smart. You may be empty on the inside because women make us better, but financially, you'll always be better.
I would agree.
And that's because, even though I am finally married, but I didn't get married until I was 62 to my beloved. Shannon's angel of all time. What other woman would wait 29 years for my sorry ass? 29 years, it never bothered me about that, so clearly. But the younger a man is, the more it's going to cost you, because statistics tell us you will get divorced. It's a sad commentary, but it is, because man wanders. See, it's your fault, because we manufacture hundreds of millions of sperm, even in our sleep. Yeah, really. So either it's a mistake by God, or we're just doing the Lord's work. It says spread thy seed. The girls are laughing, but they know it's all true. So you will get divorced. And when you do get divorced, she will take half of your gross pre-tax money, plus the car and the jewelry and everything else. Your mother, who gave you life itself, will get nothing. She can't sue you. I gave him birth to get thrown out of court. But a woman you just met, who you lived with for 2 years or marry, will take more from you than the United States government, which in return gives you nuclear armed forces and an infrastructure the likes of which has never existed on planet Earth. That woman over there will take it all. Unless you stay in love and, die together. Yeah. But if you happen to die before she will stand over your grave and talk to you until you're blue in the face. When I was alive, shut up, I'm dead. It's over. Making more money. I'm driven. I'm more driven now, as I told you, as we get closer to the finish line. I'm 67. I'll be 68 in about 2 months. What month is it now? June. I'll be 68 in
August 25th.
August 25th. Boy, do I look good. But in all seriousness, are you a drug user?
Drug user? Hell no.
There's no other way to use it. Do you use drugs? Smoke cigarette?
Absolutely not. I don't drink.
You don't drink. You're making the smart choices. I don't just necessarily mean morally, ethically, your health, which means more money in your pocket, right? Because as soon as you get sick, you gotta pay more and stuff like that. All the right choices. You may be an empty shell of a man inside because you don't have a woman who loves you and supports you. But you'll have more money in your pocket.
It's true, because with drugs, you don't know what it is on the street. You could be getting something that it could kill you.
What are we talking about?
If you go out and do drugs, you can be injecting something into your body that can kill you. You don't know where that came from.
Yeah, but even if you stay alive, it'll still cost you money and it'll hook you and you'll continue to get more and more and more. It just doesn't work. Listen, I'm not against any of that stuff. If you told me that injecting or smoking or doing something will make my schmeckle bigger or make me run faster or smarter and all, okay, I get it. But it doesn't do any of that. In fact, as I understand it, if you drink enough, the turtle goes back in the shell and it doesn't work at all. You'll throw up on the nice shoes she just bought. You won't be witty, and the next day you'll have a headache and not remember what the name of the guy is you spent the night with. right? I mean, that's what I'm told. So, by the way, what I said to you wasn't just jokes. I like to joke around and have a good time. What I just told you is going to save you a lot of money, because that first hypothetical and potential suit that sues you personally is going to cost you $50,000 to $150,000 anywhere in that area. That's after-tax money. By having an LLC, a corporate veil, a wall between you personally and the company, will save you heartache. Just like, you know, you're smart with your cars. You told me you have a car, right?
Absolutely, too.
How many, when you bought the car, how many tires did they give you with the car?
How many what?
Tires.
They give me 4, well, 5 actually, but 5 with a spare.
I don't care. You can call it spare, schmare, stuff. They're 5 tires. They gave you 5 tires, but you only need 4. That's smart, right? Because you will, it's very cynical of them. Good. Assume you're going to get a flat tire. Go through life assuming you're going to break your leg. People live from paycheck to paycheck. Squirrels are smarter than people. I wait to make that thing. See, they go and they collect all the nuts. When the nuts fall down and everything, and they stuff themselves, or whatever they can't eat, they bury in the ground, because there will be a time when winter comes and they won't have nuts. And my question is, if squirrels know what to do with their nuts, how come people don't? We don't save. I save. I got a lot, but I don't spend it unless I really want it. So take the mic and then throw it back. Ready? Here it comes.
My question is it ever enough?
Never. There's no such thing. It's all relative. Isn't it true? It depends who you are, where you are, what the cost of life is. Are you alone? Are you with children? Or do you have somebody you love? Do you want to do philanthropy? Isn't it true that the more you have, the more jobs you can create, the more you can give to charity? The richest people on earth are making a pact right now, thanks to Bill Gates, who's a really nice guy. He would sit here, he could buy the building and do anything he wants. He will treat you like a, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. Unlike what we think of, the mean, evil rich thing. So he and Buffett and some of the richest people in the world are giving away half, while they're alive, half of their billions and billions to improve the environment, women's rights, children's health, and all that stuff. So how can you ask that question when the more they have, the more people like that can give away? Let's say I'm a rich bastard who just wants to make more money for myself, and I don't care about any of you. I just want it all to myself. Isn't it true, because I'm rich and powerful, that my certain lifestyle, excuse me, that was a sympathy ploy, you see what I did there? Isn't it true that I will buy jets and mansions, as many things for me, just for me, and I want to build pyramids just for me? But isn't it true, because the more money I have to spend, I'm creating jobs? Even if I don't give you the money, even if I don't give to charity, somebody has to build the jets, somebody's got to build the things, all that stuff. What? If I don't have any money, I can't create jobs, I can't give to philanthropy. There's no such, when you were a kid and you walked down the street and you found a quarter, weren't you elated and go, oh my God, a quarter? How would that affect you now? No. Isn't it true that when you walk down the street a little bit later in life and you found $1, or you picked your mom's pocketbook and found $5 accidentally that fell out, when you got $5, it meant something. Now, $5 means something to you? It does? Try saying that to your girlfriend. Look, I got your ring, $5. You better have 2 balls, because one of those will be ripped out of you, entrance and all. There's no such thing as enough. That is that's a politically correct notion. You should, while you're alive, you're designed, your heart wants to keep pumping.
You don't want to get stagnant.
As stagnant waters become, when is it enough? As soon as you stop, you're going to die quicker. Stagnant waters become rotten. It is only running waters and your heart pumping that keeps it going. The more money you make, I don't care how much money, just keep making more money, even if you give it all away. As soon as you stop, It affects everything around you and on your inside. That's right. It's never enough. Never enough is good, really. And being selfish is good, really. Think of yourself first. Me first, really. If you're on a flight, and why does he think he knows and all that kind of stuff? I don't. I like to engage in the conversation. So when you're on a flight, what flight do you go on? American? United? Pick one.
American.
American. So you're on an American flight. If there's turbulence and, God forsake, the oxygen masks fall down and you're next to your child, the stewardess, the air marshal, whatever she's called now, because you can't call her.
Flight attendant.
The flight attendant, of course, and the garbage guy is the sanitation engineer. So she will tell you, put the oxygen mask on yourself first, not on your child. Because if you can't help yourself first, you're not going to be able to help your child. I'd give my life for my child. Of course I would. But if I do that, then we're both dead. If I take care of me first, then I can take care of everybody after that. You want it back?
If I could.
Yeah, take it. Ready?
Yep.
So I agree. Take care of yourself first. And
Pay yourself first.
right. And if making money is what you love, I'm fine with that.
You don't like money?
I do like money, but I also really like spending time with my wife and my family and
I
my
know,
dogs.
but it's only that you make money that allows you to spend time with your wife and things.
But you reach a certain point, you reach enough.
Now, listen to me. When you get to the point, oh, they'll hear me. When you get to that point, when you have enough, and if you make $1 more than what's enough, would you please send it to me?
And I'm not joking. For anybody out there that just says, you know, I've got enough, okay? Send any unwanted money to Gene Simmons, P.O. Box, because I want more.
Costs go up, and inflation, kids' sports.
Can you catch?
Maybe.
What are you saying? Girls can't catch? That's exactly what I'm saying.
Maybe I can't catch. That might be what you're saying.
Ready?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
I'm gonna do an impression of a girl.
That's all right, it'll work.
Okay. All right. So, and I'm not just speaking for myself. I see some other people here. So a lot of us make money, and what makes us happy is we spend our money on you. So should we keep doing that?
Absolutely. But yeah, so, yeah, spend, look, it's all about apportioning, right? You're making it, so let's do a thing. You're lucky enough, that's okay, I'll grab that. You're lucky enough to make $1,000 a week, then
You're really cooking with gas, okay? So if you're making $1,000 a week, $500 a week, take 25%, that's your rent. Think about it. And that means, wait a minute, I make $1,000 a week, so that means I'm making $4,000 a month. I'm doing round numbers. I'll get a $2,000 apartment a month. That's plenty. No, it's not, because that's pre-tax money. So if you're making $1,000 and you've got a $2,000 apartment that you have to pay for, and you have to put a few months in advance, boy, that money goes out. That's pre-tax money. You make $1,000, you got to pay tax. What tax bracket are you in? 35, 40, 50? 35. Okay, so 35 out of that's $350 out of $1,000 before you did anything. Now you got $650 left. Boy, that disappeared fast, huh? It's almost half. So $650 left to buy groceries. As soon as you break your foot and you're off from work, that'll dry up too. You get pregnant, you're at home, whether it's planned or unplanned, things happen. Don't do that. Live, lean and mean. Look, I make a good living. I have money and stuff like that. I have one truck. Not because I can't afford a fleet of them, but because they're unnecessary. When you go to sleep, the poorest person and the richest person who sits on the toilet or goes to sleep has the same experience. You go to sleep alone, and you poop alone, most of us. Even the Pope. So, excuse me? Pope poop, he's doing jokes. So the more money you make, the more people, and you want to enjoy life, it's money that's going to do it. Now I know this is not what you were expecting when you wanted it, but I do this every time I meet people because I had to learn this by studying and doing. I used to teach 6th grade and stuff like that, and so what I taught in 6th grade was almost useless information. I can speak a few languages, unlike most of you. Hungarian, Hebrew, ich kann aussprechen ein bisschen Deutsch, ich habe gelernt auf der Schule, a little Japanese. Können Sie sprechen Deutsch? Oh no, you just gave me the high five. Excuse me? In Portuguese, what? In what? Chinese? Ni hao. Very impressive. The idea being that most of us, learn snippets of the more you know, and all information is available free on this, free. Anything you want to learn, so there's no excuse anymore. I don't know how to do this. You can learn how to make an H-bomb with this, unfortunately. So it's all there for you. It's apportioning the time. How much time out of the week do you have to devote to yourself, to be selfish, to improve your knowledge, where you are? So the best way to make the most amount of money is downsize. Stop spending money. How many shoes do you have? A lot is not a number. Don't change the... Well, here's the difference between my bases and your shoes. You ready? You can resell mine for 2 to 3 times. Your shoes just gonna sit there and depreciate, and you can't even depreciate that in tax. How many pairs do you have? 100. 60. How many feet do you have? So we all have lots of stuff we don't need. If you're gonna buy stuff that you also enjoy, it's good if they can actually make you money. If you have a business and you bought the bases, you can deduct the cost of the base for the tax expenses because you're in the music business. But in either case, you can resell that because Gene Simmons signed it and all that, 2-3 times that amount, and then pay tax only on the differential. You know what I mean? Yeah. I used to do the same thing. The younger you are, the more noise you make, and the more attention you get. Same thing. Squeaky gear and all that. So I want you all to go out of here and make more money and become more powerful and supply your children with a better life and give more to charity and just do it all that kind of stuff. And stop spending your time doing nothing. This is good because you heard me talk. And you heard me bitch slap you like you should be, because all of us need that.
Can we write it
I need somebody to come over and tell me, Gene, you got a few extra pounds, cut it out. You're gonna go and work out and hike. I know that. For those of you that smoke cigarettes, you need somebody to get in your face and say, cut it out. You're playing Russian roulette with cancer. Cut it out. We need those people around you that give you the right information. If you're empty on the inside, go to church. Listen to somebody who just makes you feel better about yourself so you don't go to the dark side. Surround yourself with winners. Get rid of the drug addicts and the boozers and all that. They'll drag you down to the pits of hell where they live. Have no sympathy for them. Tell them where to go to help themselves. They're all grown up. You're not their mommy. Get rid of the parasites of society from your life. You deserve better because you're going to make more money, and with the more money you make, you're going to be able to supply your family with the lifestyle they deserve because they depend on you, or your loved ones, or your mom, and all that, and you'll be able to create jobs and give to charity. Only with money. Money is a good word. Get used to it. We're taught the wrong things. The richest among us, Springsteen and everybody else, walks around with ripped jeans, ripped ever so slightly because we don't want you to know that we have $300 million. I do. But we want to rip it up. No, I'm just like you. No, he's not. No, he works harder than you do. And so do the people in power. They work all the time, like our military. There's no 8 to 5, 9 to 5 in the military. They get up every day whenever you're supposed to, and you do the job. You have a lot of time on your hands where you're doing nothing. Go and make more money, And the final comment I leave you with is, please send it all to me. G. Simmons, P.O. Box. God bless you all, and I'll see you out there.